All right, let's take a quick look at how we might go about doing any types of projects for anyone that might be stuck at home. If we continue to have that going on, I'll start assigning projects in Google that'll be very similar to this. Maybe not exactly like this every time, but let's just kind of take a look at that because I feel like each slide is explained, I hope, to a place where you can understand what I'm asking you to do. And we'll go through this together and kind of see how it goes. All right, so you have your ecosystem slides here. Again, each slide has very specific directions. Go through the slide, complete the activity, and then at the end, we'll talk about how to turn things in Google Classroom. Although after last year, I would imagine you're pretty familiar with that. So let me pause this real quick. Sorry, I had to pause. I wasn't recording the full screen. So again, look at the picture. Think about what we learned this week and last week. Read the 4 statements. 3 of these statements are true. 1 of them is a lie. All you have to do is take this X, and it's easier. Whoops, it's easier to do when you're not in present mode. Take the X and drag it to where you think it's supposed to go. So like here, or here, or here, or here, and you're just Xing out the one that you think is the lie. So look at the picture and drag it over there. So again, the instructions are pretty well written out for you so you understand what's going on. Think about our vocabulary words from this week and last week. What can you tell me about the sun? Now, what I don't want are facts like the sun is so many million miles away from the earth. That's not what we learned. You're just Googling things like that. What are some things about the sun that you know? And you would just type it in this text box. Now, I know that the sun is abiotic. I think that's an important thing to know about the sun. If you listen to today's lesson, you realize that the sun is the main source of energy. Okay? And you just are adding in 3 facts that you know about the sun. Again, very easy directions, and it kind of walks you through what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? There are 3 types of consumers. We know what they are. You're going to have to look in your notes for that. And we all should know what type of a consumer lions are based on what they eat, what type of a consumer a cow is based on what it eats, and then a bear we know is a certain type of consumer. And then all you do is come in here and you are typing either herbivore, omnivore, or carnivore beside one of these 3 things. And you should know that because it's in your notes, and we've actually mentioned those animals many times. Abiotic factors. List as many abiotic factors as you can. Now, I know that there's 4, and I can think of about 25 times this week that I have said, what are the 4 main abiotic factors? Do you have to put all of these in here? No, but you just click inside of this box, right? Sun, and then I know the rest of them because we've said it over and over and over again. And if you were here for the experiment with the plants in the window, you definitely know the answer. If you weren't here, look in your notes. I promise it's on one of the Nearpod slides. 4 main abiotic factors. Pretty easy to do. Oh, wow. Exact same slide. But be sure to read this. List biotic factors you might find in the forest behind the school. What are some living things you might find in the forest behind the school? Again, double click on the box. The text box is there. If you accidentally erase the text box, put one in there. Pretty easy to do there. Again, what's my job? Or what's the niche? What's the role? What's the job of earthworms and bacteria and fungi? Look through your notes. We've mentioned earthworms, bacteria, and fungi. They do something very specific. What do they do? And why is that an important job? You double click into the box and start typing. Pretty simple to do. And we're done. I think that is an extremely simplified and streamlined project that I would be able to give to some students who are at home so that I can give them a grade as opposed to trying to translate what I might be doing in class as well. So that's just a very quick and easy project. We're going to go over in class together. If you have questions, feel free to email me on this. Obviously, I'm not going to be taking off points if you mess something up or accidentally delete a slide. This is all a learning process for us. Again, send me an email, have Mom and Dad dojo me, call the school if you have questions on how to go through this project, but I think that's a pretty simple and down and dirty video on how to do that. All right, thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon.